Tuesday, and thanks for joining us here on Sunrise.
Yeah, a rainy day yesterday, and I didn't hate it. It was a nice rainy Monday. Oh, okay.
Well, you were trying to ruin my golf game, John.
Come on, John.
Had a rain check, right?
It is my fault. Just blame me. I'm sorry. You're only working one day this week, okay? 61 degrees. Yes. Close the mic. The kiddos at the bus stop. It is going to be a mainly dry morning, but I'd still pack the raincoat. I'd pack it in the backpack. Even if it's not raining, it's still possible on the way home to get a little sprinkle, but it'll be much lighter today. Other hazards, we saw that down towards Owatonna in the picture earlier on traffic cam. There is some dense fog down there, dense fog advisory through 9 o'clock this morning. So Rochester, Owatonna area, Albert Lee, if you're traveling south of Minneapolis, be cautious with that. Also seeing a little light rain coming in on 94 near River Falls, Menominee. Most of it's been weakening as it comes into the Twin Cities, but I cannot rule out a sprinkle later today. We'll be in the middle 60s most of the day, mainly dry. We will be tracking sunshine in your forecast. Megan.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Taking a look at Highway 100 in Robbinsdale right now. Things are looking good all across the metro. Things are great. All green all around this morning. So in a few minutes, we'll check in on the southern part of the state. As John mentioned, we are seeing some fog in that area, like areas like Owatonna, Faribault, places like that, Alicia.
Low beams on. All right, Megan, thank you. Now to our top story at 6. This morning marks day 12 of the massive United Auto Workers strike.
Yeah, and right now, workers at the Stellantis Parts Distribution Center in Plymouth are walking the picket line. CC is live with them right now. CC, you've been out there for at least the last hour, and there have been workers there the entire time.
Good morning. There have been workers out here, and more workers are coming in as the hours go by this morning. We actually just chatted with some of the workers out here about 20 minutes ago, and they said that since Friday, they've been out here 24/7 working in 8-hour shifts. So they've been hitting the ground here. But this morning at 8 a.m., they're actually going to be joined by union members from across the state, across the region for what they're calling a solidarity rally. And they said that rally is going to go on rain or shine. Now here at this facility here in Plymouth, they joined the nationwide strike on Friday when it expanded to 38 parts distribution centers for Stellantis and GM. And right now, GM and Stellantis are being targeted because union leaders say they rejected some of their proposals. Ford was spared additional strikes because the company has met some of the union's demands. Now, according to the Associated Press, the union is asking for 36% raises in general pay. That's over the next 4 years, a 32-hour work week with 40 hours of pay, the restoration of pensions for new hires, and a return of cost of living pay raises, among other benefits. Now, coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to hear from one of the workers out here about why the benefits that they're asking for right now are long overdue. Guys.
All right, Cece, we'll check in with you in just a bit. Thank you.
Right now, Hollywood writers are off the picket line and could be back at work as soon as today. They're set to vote on a new contract after reaching a tentative deal with the studios late Sunday night. Daytime and late night talk shows will likely be the first to return, and most other major productions will have to wait until the SAG-AFTRA strike, affecting tens of thousands of actors, is over. A live picture right now from our nation's capital, where lawmakers head back to work there in less than 2 hours. On their agenda is preventing the government from shutting down in just 4 days. NBC's Ryan Nobles explains.
We continue to inch closer to a government shutdown. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have yet to find that breakthrough that both Republicans and Democrats can agree to that would pass even a short-term spending plan that would keep the government open. Meanwhile, millions of government workers all across the country are facing the prospect of not being paid. Some of them will be forced to come to work and not get a paycheck. Those include members of the military, the Coast Guard, Border Patrol, and the TSA. We'll introduce you to one of those TSA workers and introduce you to the anxiety that they are dealing with coming up on the Today Show.
Well, if you have to fill up the tank this morning, some good news. Prices at the pump are finally starting to go down. In the last few hours, we checked with AAA. They released the gas price averages. In Minnesota, as you can see, it's going to cost you about $3.84 for a gallon of regular. Unfortunately, though, for us here in Hennepin County and Ramsey County, you're going to be paying a little bit more, sitting at $3.91 in Hennepin and $3.84 in Ramsey. For our viewers over in western Wisconsin, good morning to you. A gallon of regular is going to cost you about $3.55, which is 29 cents cheaper than what we're paying here in Minnesota, and it's 28 cents cheaper than the national average of $3.83.
This morning, we're learning more about one of the men killed in a murder-suicide in Roseville over the weekend. John Tao was one of 3 men killed. Friends tell us Tao was a top Sepak Takraw player. That's a popular sport in Southeast Asia. Tao played since he was a kid. He was on Team USA, which just won gold at the World Cup last year.
He's a very, skillful athlete, but he was a better person.
Roseville police say in addition to Tao, 2 other men died, including the suspect. While they are still investigating, they say hallucinogenic drugs may have been involved. After our Sunrise newscast yesterday, KARE 11 confirmed Attorney General Keith Ellison will not take over the Stephen Markey murder case in Hennepin County. This case began back in 2019. That's when Markey was shot to death while Hussein Braveheart and another team tried to carjack him. Markey's family asked the AG to intervene after Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty proposed a plea deal for Braveheart, who was 15 when this happened. That deal would give Braveheart probation instead of prison time. In a statement, Ellison said his role in criminal prosecution is to help when requested or when assigned by the governor.
All right, now the reminder to take it slow on the roads. Take a look at this video from just 11 hours ago. As you can see at the top of right-hand corner of your screen there, a semi jackknifing on 35W near Johnson Street in Minneapolis. It immediately put rush hour traffic at a standstill. State Patrol says the driver was ticketed, and thankfully no one was hurt. This morning, Governor Walz is promising to figure out what led to the flawed vetting process of the state's pick to lead the new Office of Cannabis Management. He told MinnPost he appoints thousands of people, and up until now, the process has worked. So now he's working to figure out what went wrong. Erin Dupree resigned Friday, one day after she was appointed, amid reports of problems with past businesses she was involved with.
In less than a week, student loan payments start up again after a 3-year pause. Depending on your situation, you may not have to pay that first bill until November or December, but financial counselors say it's important to remember that loans are already accruing interest, so the sooner you start paying, the better. There are a few different payment plans available, and you can decide what works best for you.
First is always, what is your main goal? And so for some people, the goal is to pay off your student loans as fast as possible or to pay it off over time. For other people, they are looking for the lowest monthly payment right now because just to make sure that things are affordable.
Counselors say some borrowers might decide to stay with the same plan they already started back before this pause began. But for many borrowers, the new SAVE plan might be a better option. You can learn more about it at studentaid.gov. St. Paul students can now get in-person homework help at 5 libraries across the city. These homework centers are free and offer volunteer tutors, supplies, and technology as needed from 4 to 7 p.m. on select weekdays. Online homework help is also available to anyone with a library card every day from 1 to 11 p.m.